My mic was off. Let me start this over. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra, special, big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel. Shout out to medical field personnel. Shout out to the crossing guards, even though you're not crossing anybody because school is on a break for the summer. Shout out to the AC man them that keep us cool out there, because you know when the AC broke down and it's 95 degrees out here, it's fluttering. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others. As much as you want good for yourself, you're a good person. Shout out to you. For real though, if you want good for others as much as you want good for yourself, you're a really, really good person. Shout out to you. Unless you want bad for yourself, then please don't want the same for me. Come on, I want good for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I want good for others just like I want for me. Hey, here we are. And on this day, every week, we say, it's the freaking weekend, baby! Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Clap it up. We're here and we give thanks because we're healthy and we're strong again. And we feel good again. So we have to give thanks for that, you know. All our children are healthy and strong. Life is good. We're not in mourning. Nobody is mourning us. Haven't lost anything or anyone this week. Anything we lose, we can't get back. This week, it wasn't fatal. You know, life is good. So we give thanks. We give thanks. Shout out to the people tuning in. I got to shout out some people before we get into the show this morning. But topics first. Guyanese Dolly got gunned down in Atlanta. Kind of a morbid subject, but there's so much to this story that I felt the need to uncover it. So I've been tracking the story since it happened, and I didn't, of course, you know what I'm do already. I didn't want to come out and just, a girl get killed in Atlanta. Plus, I didn't know the backstory to it. When I found out that she has a Guyanese background, then I dove into the story and, you know, dig up when we can dig up on these things. I covered it on my other channel. By the way, thanks to the people who go over to the other channel and subscribe and all that. I woke up this morning and we hit 30,000 subscribers over there on the other channel, which is Hot Topics TV. Also used to be Brainflow TV. I think it's still listed as Brainflow TV, but I branded it or rebranded it into Hot Topics TV, right? So I normally leave the link up here and there and people go subscribe. I normally share the videos on this channel. People go subscribe. So shout out to the people who did subscribe. Somebody said, well, you need 2 channels for y'all get greedy dog. That's my people's mindset. And if him have 2 channels, me not subscribe to the next one, because I don't want to make that boy rich. But here what? We're going to do what we're going to do regardless. And we're going to grow regardless, right? So it might take longer, but it's still going to happen, my friend. Yeah, wish good for others as you wish good for yourself, are the real thing. So with that said, this whole story surrounding this Guyanese Dolly, as I call her, stripper, model, OnlyFans, all these other things, female, gunned down in Atlanta. We're going to get into that this morning. The story is quite salacious, I might add. Jamie Foxx, blind and paralyzed after taking the joke. We're going to get into that one this morning. A 94-year-old person was gunned down at their home in St. Anne in Jamaica. We just have a little thing to around that. And circle check. We're doing a circle check this morning. Like, we're going to make a list of all the people that you need to eliminate from your circle. We do this every once in a while, right? I come to you and say, time to check your circle check. Make sure you have the right people around you. Make sure who is around you is empowering you. Who is around you is a positive influence to you. Who is around you is lifting your vibration, is not a vampire, energy sucker kind of person. That kind of something that, so we're going to get into all that this morning as well. And that's what we have on the table. Now, let me go big up. Who for big up, and then we get into it. Seymour's first one in the building this morning. Seymour, thank you for being here. Great goodies up, up, up. Yes, right there. Miss Goldie Robinson, thank you for being here. Donna Davis. Sean Cassell says, like the button or hit the like button. Like the button. Right, let me fix my gloss. It's like the button. He did it again. Hit the like button as you join the live. Shout out to Sean Casella, and thank you, Sean, for remembering us. Having a brain fart moment this morning. Audrey Wright's in the building. Mr. Article Don, Main One. Sharon Ingram, Brick House is here. BM is in the building this morning. Jennifer Spencer Richards is in the building this morning. King Biggs, big up yourself, and thank you for being here. Thank you for your ongoing support. All these things. Wayne Nathan, thank you as well. Big up yourself. Onika St. John Jones, good morning, and thank you for being here. Lisa Watkins is in the building. Senior Sexy is in the building. Lil Red Gucci 2 is in the building this morning. Thank you for being here. Lauren Lawrence, thank you for being here. Karen Notice. Vicky Victory, thank you for being here, Vicky, this morning. Darlene Walter Riley is here. SDs is in the building. Charma D Star. Patsy Barrett is here. Dorothy T is here. Asserin Odetta, Lady J, DR is in the building this morning. And we're going to go on with the show. Kurt Gordon there. Beast Boy there. Shay there. Black Goddess Henry is here this morning. Erica Senior, Lessa Steph is here this morning. And yeah, Elaine Brown. Elaine Brown, thank you for being here. Here we go. Let's get into the topics this morning. Matter of fact, let me sip like a bit of my tea. I'm having warm water. Well, it's hot right now. It might burn up my mouth, but I'm having some warm water with a lime. You roll the lime, and you cut it in two and you squeeze it into the warm water and you let it sit for a minute and then you consume. So that is what I'm doing this morning. That's what's in my cup. See? All right. You choose where we start this morning. Do we start by eliminating people from our circle this morning, or do we start by talking about the 94-year-old that got gunned down in St. Anne at home, or do we talk about Jamie Foxx being blind and paralyzed, or do we talk about Guyanese Dolly that got gunned down in Atlanta? You choose. You have 60 seconds to do so. I will take a couple of sips of this tea. Warm water and lemon, yes. No sugar, no nothing. We're not mix sugar and water this morning, or lemonade. Sometimes you gotta take the bitter or the sour because it's actually good for you. Damn, a lot of people are onto Jamie Foxx. Any topic goes. BM says, Les Steph says, Jamie Foxx, hold on there. It's running. So sad. Beast Boy says, Jamie Foxx is blind. Remember, he played Ray Charles. That's scary. Rotted. Stay tuned. This is going to go somewhere. Elaine Brown says, morning, uncle, morning, family. Erica Senior says, me too, with the tea. Julie Tapper, warm water and lemon. Yes, BM, any topic goes. Lester Steph says Jamie Foxx. Dorothy T says 94-year-old. Miss Goldie Robinson says Fox. Karen Notice says, ha. Reggae Girl Bento, big up yourself. Pleasant Friday morning, fam. She didn't choose one. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Black Goddess Henry says Jamie Foxx. It looks like it's Jamie Foxx. Everybody is on. Damn. I only get $1. Jamie Foxx, Senior. Erica Senior says, seen with a peace sign. Julie Tapper says, Fox. Beast Boy is Fox. And he turns Ray Charles. Beer Jamie Foxx in here. Fox. Okay. Overwhelmingly, that's the first time we've ever done this. And I've seen so much for one particular topic. So let's get into the Jamie Foxx stuff first. By the way, the female you see on the icon of the video this morning is the person we're going to be talking about after. So a lot of major news entities are carrying the stories. You know how I do. I don't just take stuff from here, say what people say. It has to be published. Or I will tell you, say, well, that's what the internet is saying, or that's what the streets are saying. But this right here is published. So listen good. Okay? In shocking development, and this is taken from the Economic Times. In shocking development, reports suggest that Jamie Foxx is partially paralyzed and blind after seeing complications. Y'all know how they did us just the other day. You couldn't say certain things. So if you watch where I cough at, because some of y'all are so slow, it's early in the morning and you're just on cruise control. You're not even watch where I cough at. Okay? When it was after taking the something that was supposed to, yeah, that part. Y'all can say it, I can't say it. A sense of concern has taken over the fans as new reports suggest that Hollywood star Jamie Foxx mystery medical condition has left him partially paralyzed and blind. Now, while the family always called it a medical complication throughout the whole time. They kept saying it was a medical complication. They didn't want to say it was a stroke. They didn't want to say, even though other celebrities have been letting out that it was a stroke and they went to visit him and all this other stuff. But we're not go off at them, even though they might be credible, but still we're not going off them. We'll take it from the publications, right? That way we have somebody for blame. All right. So while the family always called it a medical complication and that the actor was recuperating, is what his family said, no other health details were provided to the public. Contrary to his family's update, OKMagazine.com quoted Hollywood journalist AJ Benza, who got in touch with a source that is close to Jamie Foxx, saying that the superstar suffered a series of complications after getting his vaccine. Shocking update. Them said the man never want it. He rose hell and high water not to get it. Somebody demanded that if you're going to be playing this part in this movie on this set, working around these people, you have to have it. Everybody have to have it. That's the story. So during an appearance on Dr. Drew Pinsky's online show, Dr. Drew, Benza revealed that Jamie Foxx got a blood clot in his brain. Jamie had a blood clot in his brain after he got the shot. He did not want the shot, but the movie he was in, he was pressured into getting it. The blood clot in the brain caused him at that point to be partially paralyzed and blind. He was quoted as saying this on the podcast, on the doctor's podcast. Benza insisted that his source was someone in the room who had first-hand knowledge of Jamie Foxx's hospitalization. Benza is a person, I went and did a little research on who that person is. I like to vet my sources. And he is well connected to major entities. So he's not a person that's just going to fling out something that they can't back up, or fling out something that just to say kind of thing. So anyhow, if he did, I can point and say that's where we got the information from. We're not saying that he is. We're saying this is what was published and this is what we're going off of. Last week, several reports claimed that Jamie Foxx has been spending a lot of time in a physical rehabilitation facility since late April when it happened. According to him, then here we go again. Another news entity, which is the Mirror from the UK. They reported that the 55-year-old actor had been receiving treatment at the Chicago facility after he was discharged from the hospital following the for a second and say this. I saw some other Hollywood A-lister put up a thing on Instagram and it said Jamie Foxx was in the middle of filming this movie and he went into a crisis or had medical complications and was rushed away, and he is in the hospital still at that time. They didn't even wait for him to get better or anything. They used a stunt double and they finished the whole movie without him. So that's a lesson to you that your job, as soon as you could work yourself to death, but if you drop down dead on your job today, just believe that HR is already looking for, going through the applications and looking for somebody else to replace you, because that's how it is. Life must go on. That is why I found that these words very profound. There was a song, it's a reggae song out of Jamaica, and I don't know who sing it, that he says, make time for life, because boy, life are gonna make time for its own sadness. You know what I'm saying? All these things are gonna come regardless. So you better make time for life. Yeah, stop killing yourself. Remember, I told y'all some of you just need to call out in the middle of a busy day. Is a brethren from a brethren of mine said it from Miami, you know, big up Marvin, and I laughed. You know, me laugh. Now, in the middle of a busy day at work, people are depending on you. Some of us are geared that way. Just leave. Make up something and leave. Hey, I gotta go. I have an emergency, a family issue, something going on. Left. Go sit on the beach, something. Go grab you something to eat. Sit in your car alone. Whatever you do, because life itself is gonna make time for other things that you're not gonna want to be a part of, but you won't have any choice, and you have to live through it. Not true? Anyways, so in photographs that were obtained by Entertainment Magazine and TMZ, I'm gonna say it again. TMZ has the scoop. TMZ has lawyers. TMZ has inside connections to the industry. TMZ is pretty much a powerful entity, and you can't come at TMZ sideways. I've studied TMZ for years now, right? Lawyers on deck, information up to par, that kind of stuff. So photographs were obtained by entertainment magazine TMZ. Corinne could be seen visiting Fox with the actor close friend Dave Brown. The publication reported that Jamie Foxx is getting around the clock treatment while his family continues to remain by his side. All when this was going on, I said to myself, because there was a weird article that came out about some TV show that's coming up that he's supposed to be in, and I believe it's with his daughter. So I said, is this a publicity stunt to get everybody to? I'm like, is he gonna now shoot his daughter into the, how should I say it, into the Hollywood world? Like she can become A-lister movie star overnight. Her dad is. So all he has to do is connect his daughter to one good project, and boom, she's on top as well, right? And I'm thinking, I hope this is not a publicity stunt. Anyhow, last month, Jamie Foxx's daughter, Corinne, reassured the actor's fans that her father was recuperating back home. Days later, she announced that her father-daughter duo plan to host a new game show for Fox Entertainment. Fox Entertainment, Jamie Foxx. Anyhow, the new series is expected to premiere in 2024, and it will feature the non-famous relatives of celebrities performing duets with their well-known family members. The celebrities will be hidden, and the contestants can win up to $100,000 by correctly identifying them. That is what the show is supposed to be about. Earlier in May, Jamie Foxx took to Instagram for the first time since his hospitalization and said thanks to his fans and loved ones for all the prayers and good wishes. But that wasn't Jamie Foxx as in the person. It was just a writing on his account that says, appreciate all the love, feeling blessed. That's all it said. And it had a praying heart, black hand emoji, a heart, and a fox, like a fox emoji. You know, the fox them went in the woods like dog, them kind of something. Yeah. So at the time of his hospitalization, Jamie Foxx was shooting for the upcoming Netflix film Back in Action in Atlanta. The film reunites Jamie Foxx with Cameron Diaz, who took an 8-year break from acting before Jamie Foxx convinced her to come back in to the action comedy. It is directed by Seth Gordon and also features Glenn Close. Fox won the Best Actor Oscar for his role in Ray Charles, as was mentioned earlier. In the music biopic, his most recent credits include Netflix movies like Day Shift and guest appearances on Spider-Man, No Way Home, etc., etc. Is the story true? The individual, the journalist who gave the story, was asked, but his daughter said he was out playing pickleball or something, and his daughter said he was communicating. He said, your daddy was out playing pickleball? Yeah, right. Um, Remember, I'm talking to somebody that's in the room. And for the public, when someone is in a medical situation and you get a report like, he is communicating with us now, this is what they explained. He's communicating with us now. Notice they didn't say he is up, he's speaking, he's alert, anything. Usually in the medical field, when they say he's communicating with us now, you have verbal communication, you have nonverbal communication, right? And nonverbal, and they did not specify. If he was really up and alert and eyes open and speaking verbal, they would have said that. That's what the person said. Notice they said he's communicating with us now, and they left it at that. So leave that at that. Right. Um, to be honest, I've been in the medical field. I know they are right when it comes to communication. There's verbal and there's nonverbal communication. If you could communicate with your hands, like people sign language, that's nonverbal communication. If you can communicate with your face, That's nonverbal communication. Then when you speak with your voice, that's verbal communication, right? Okay. He's communicating with us now. What more can I say? I just wake up every day to tell everybody to live life to the fullest, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to live life to the fullest too, because one day you're on top, one day everything is good, one day you wake up and you're fine. And this is what I'm noticing for the human condition, not just Jamie Foxx. We're all humans, so we learn from other people going through what they go through. This is why I tell people every day, stop wasting your time on frivolous stuff and enjoy what you have while you got it. Remember, I've said this? I said the richest man in the world will give up all his riches once his health starts to fade, especially if all that riches cannot fix it. So the most important thing in life must be health. Must be. It must be health. I also tell people to take care of your health, because if you don't, invest in it now. Either you're going to do that or save up some money for the medical bills that are coming down the road, right? Right. It's sad to see. I don't know if it's true. Like, I'm not there witnessing it. This is third-party information we're going off of. It's sad. If it is true, it says partially paralyzed and partially blind. I know blood clots do cause stroke. And I also know that if a certain part of the brain goes dead, you can be hemi. One side or the other of your body will be paralyzed, right? Partially paralyzed could mean leg and arm only, leg only, that kind of thing. And blindness could be one in one eye. I explained to y'all about my aunt that the blood clot went in the back of one of her eyes because she was working herself to death. She was one of those kind of people. They need me. I'm out. I'm gone. Always caring for other people, doing the extra shift, picking up extra shift and time. Yes, she loved her money, but she also just was in love with what she did. Work, 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 and more work. You got to slow down with the work. You got to slow down with the work. You have to slow down with the work. You have to find time to chillax, to relax. Find time for Bill. Open a bottle of wine or something. I don't know. Have a couple of glasses. Sit outside. Watch the grass. Watch the breeze blow the grass. Go to the beach. Listen to the waves roll in. Something that, like, we really take life for granted. A lot of us really take what we have for granted. The ability to go like this, you take for granted until your arms or hands are like this and you can't move them anymore. And somebody, I feel, put a spoon in there and have to be hand over hand feeding you to trying to get you to remember how to feed yourself. We take it for granted. We take it for granted that we're able to reach up and scratch our head. We take it for granted that we're able, just simple things. And I'm trying to wake people up and let them know that don't take any of this for granted. I work in that environment. I've seen it. I had a patient one time, can't say place and name and nothing like that, but I've worked with this person one time who lost all range of motion in both shoulders. And these kind of things make me look at people and appreciate life more. Lost all range of motion in both shoulders. Now, you might think, nothing. I'm still good. I'm still alive. That man wanted to check out so bad. He wanted to go so bad. His wife passed away not too long ago, and he just wanted to go too, right? Because, check it, in order to do everything that you do, your shoulders have to have some level of range of motion. Range of motion means you're able to go through a full range of motion, and then there are different ranges to the motion. Some people are limited. They could only lift their arm. Like if you get a shoulder injury, right? And your arm could only go this high. Age is what made him end up right there with shoulders like those. Age, just aging, just living around long enough, and then everything starts to deteriorate. Every day he used to say, don't get old, man. Don't get old. It sucks. And it started weighing on me in that environment. And those are one of the reasons why I love occupational therapy, but I had to take a break, like a quick break, and come away. Because as much as I was learning and it made me appreciate life, it still kept me in a morbid state of mind all the time. Like, okay, my time is coming next. I'm going to end up like this, and I'm par about everything because I'm always in that environment. And then you go to work and every other day somebody dead, somebody passed away that you were working with before. It makes you appreciate life more, to know that you could be on top of the world today, man, Everything is going in your favor. Your bank account's full of money, more zeros than you ever thought you would make in your lifetime. You can do anything, fly anywhere, go anywhere. People know your name. You know what I'm saying? You have everything going. And bam, just like that, overnight, you're like a helpless child. Again, that's life. See? Erica Sr., big up yourself. Family, thank you. One love. Erica, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. Yes, so the story about the individual with the full range of motion in his shoulder, that man could not reach up. Let me back up and show you. This is the most he could do. So he has flexion and extension in the elbows, right, and in the joints of the fingers and wrists and whatnot. So he could go like this, bring his head to his face, clean his face. That's it. He can't even scratch the back of his head unless he contort himself like this to meet his hand, because he can't reach up. He can't put anything on his head, take anything off his head. He cannot put on or take off a shirt. We call it donning and doffing. He cannot put on or take off a shirt. Him can't do nothing. He do and can't clean himself. All right. And more time it just roll out and drop. Sometimes I went for him for therapy and we're walking down the hallway and a big load of something just drop out and pants them. And I said, let's go back to your room. Let's go do therapy in your room, right? So we could work on some transfer techniques and some self-cleaning stuff, some ADLs. And he was like, why? I want to go down to the therapy room today. You got me this far. I said, look down. And he does. And he goes, oh, shit. Just like that. He'll say, oh, shit. I said, don't worry about it. So I call, have them clean it up, and we go back in a private area of his living quarters, and we work there, right? Somebody to have compassion for you, somebody to treat you human, because I've seen other cases where that's why I'm going to tell people to be humble too. Be rotted humble and stop act like you better than everybody or you can bullbuck and duppy conqueror. Life is going to humble you. When you end up in a place you never thought you would end up, especially if you're young, fit, and healthy, and you're like, them the sitting that only happen to old people. How old am I now? I have about 60 years to go before me reach that. Yeah, okay. Okay. Watch and see. Right in the prime of your, I'm happy and healthy and feeling fit. Bam. Then you do up yourself. Pray to God you don't have karma visit you then if you were a bad person and you have nurses or CNAs that are outside your room door laughing at, oh my God, Keisha, you gonna go in there? Fuck it, I'm tired of this bitch, man. She always shitting up her damn self. Oh, I cleaned her 4 times already. Okay, you go. Okay, I'll do it. You better do it next time. This is real conversation, just to come help you change yourself. Your dignity starts to fade, right? Your high horse disappeared. You're flat on your ass in life, as we call it. Dick in the dirt, as we call it, right? So appreciate life. Respect people. Be humble. And I'm not talking about downplay yourself to make somebody who is insecure feel good about themselves. That ain't the kind of humble I'm talking about. You get around some people, you have to go on like you're this small in order to make them feel good. You got to readjust your whole self and cower down into a shell because they're so insecure that anybody comes around them with confidence, them feel like you're trying to show out upon them kind of thing when that's naturally who you are. That's not the kind of thing. I'm still saying walk with your head held high. I'm still saying have a level of confidence about yourself, but don't exalt yourself over people. You heard that? All right. Little teaching moment this morning. I'm sending my best wishes out, man, to Jamie Foxx, whatever the case is truly, because there is a lot of secrecy surrounding him at this moment. It's been a while now, and you would think he would have at least shown his face. But remember when Spice did I go through fair thing the other day? Right. So it was a long while, and everybody was like, well, something must really be wrong with her. She must really be dying because she would have at least, and even I was saying it, why can't you just show your face? Just your face and say, hi, besties, I'm good. All right, talk to me later. I need rest here, but I'm okay. Why wouldn't Jamie Foxx do that? He has millions and millions of fans. Spice is a big star. Jamie Foxx is a mega star. See? So why wouldn't he do that as well? Why is he? Why a message on his IG, a black background with white words that says "Thanks for all the prayers. I'm feeling blessed." Praying hand, heart, and a fox face, and that's it, right? So obviously something is being behind the scenes, covered up in a sense. It's not, and it's not our business really, because famous people don't owe us their life. They owe us what they do. Like if you're a mechanic, I want you to be the best mechanic you can when you're fixing my car. If you are an actor and I'm going to watch you in a show, I want you to put on your best acting skills. If you are a runner and I want to watch you run, I want you to perform like Usain Bolt. You know what I'm saying? That's what they owe us, and that's it. To perform up to the best of their abilities in their profession. That's it. Them the owe you who I slept with last night, and my marriage is being really rough right now, and my child goes to private school, but I'm thinking I might want to put them in public school. That's intricate details of people's life that we dig for. And with this rise of social media, because we come from a time when there was no social media. So artists and famous people were just that to us. They were famous people. You didn't have any tabloid you could read about them unless you bought a magazine or one of them, something that was on the stand. I forgot what they were called, like the Enquirer or something like that. Jet magazine, those kind of magazines. If you bought all those, then you would know a little bit more about the stars. The internet changed that game. So now everybody wants to know their whole life. So to them, take your time, boss, heal up, and when you're ready to say what is really or went wrong, then you do that. Let me answer this call real quick. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo. Yo, you always, good morning, fam.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
Yo, you always hit the nail them right from the head. Yo, I'm trying to do a YouTube channel, and you keep taking away from everything that I want to do.
God knows. But there's room for all. There's room for both of us. We could even collaborate. We could even collaborate.
You just keep hitting the nail them on the head every time, man.
And you said, I was going to say that.
And that's what I want to bring on my podcast, and that's what I want to do. And hey, remember last time I was the one that called up. Hold on. Let me reverse you. I was the one that called up on my grandmother turning 100. I'm gonna go visit her today.
Seeing.
And SouFLo, I'm gonna confess, you see, when I started watching your channel, I didn't like you,
Here we go.
I'm gonna talk. No, it wasn't anything that you said. It was. I'm gonna do my bias though. I'm gonna confess.
Seeing.
I'm not about tattoo.
Seeing. And I have a whole heap of them.
And when I saw them a whole bunch of tattoo them, and then I'm like, we can't listen to them, brother.
One lady tell me that too, the lady said, listen, she said, I don't watch you, I just listen, because every time I look for you, I get mad. I said, what? Why? What did I do? She said, say I'm a face, me fix somewhere or something. She said, no, it's the whole heap of them tattoos you have all over your body. What you do yourself like that for? And I laugh, because my granny said the same thing.
But you know what, though?
Yeah.
Every time I heard you speak,
I
was hearing my brother. I know a lot of people don't believe in ministry or church. I don't call it church. My thing is ministry, right?
Right.
And every time I heard you talk, I'm listening to my brother.
Oh, man. Powerful.
And we don't judge.
Right.
Do your thing. You do what you want to do. At the end of the day, it's up to you to who you pray to and who you believe in.
Yes.
And then I started seeing you on a different light. And I say, say the youth, I'm from the street,
Yeah.
When, you're talking about your deployment, bro, you don't want to run the street too, The street is just as deadly as Afghanistan anywhere.
We assume.
Because even any one of your own soldiers then can turn on you.
Yeah.
And cap you.
True.
You know what I mean? But SouFLo, man. You just keep hitting the nail on every head.
Manners. All right, brother. I
Hey, you
appreciate
know
you,
another
man,
thing
and
that
thank you.
you did?
Yeah.
Yo, the research that you did, which murder you did do the other day? The murder on I forgot. I was supposed to talk to you about that. Maybe you can refresh my memory.
Which one? I did one.
Like, don't trust nobody and them.
Oh, okay. The one for the couple in England.
No, Jamaica, like the sister killing sisters. That.
Oh, yo, yes. The Tamara Geddes story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, I'm telling you, yeah, nice enough.
Yes, fam. Yeah.
But
it's
just like, let me tell you this. I live in Canada, right? I'm so comfortable. Yo, last night I woke up because I was doing some landscaping. And I came up. I don't mean to take up your time. I came up. I'm going to say, hold on. I left my beats. I left my boombox on the stairs and my phone on the stairs. I'll come out 2 o'clock in the morning, come find it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, but we need to stop with the foolishness.
Yeah.
Vibes Cartel, you lick on the subject. Everybody knows, say, you talk already, say them are going to try kill him off in a prison. And them I say, oh, because I'm not a fan of Vibes Cartel. We're from that thing. Me and Popcorn, them are like family.
Same.
You know?
Same.
But again, you know what? We know what. Vibes Cartel talk too much facts. They don't like when you're loud.
They don't like and when
you're loud next to facts, because if Vibes Cartel was out there right now,
and not just loud enough,
run for prime minister.
Listen, and not just loud enough. I like where you were going with that, but check this out. It's not just loud enough, because you see when you're loud and you're silly, they love that because you become like a mascot, like you funny. Everybody can laugh all the time. You see, as soon as you loud and factual, or you loud and uplifting to who certain people are trying to oppress and start wake people up, then you become an enemy. So the loudness.
I have to see past.
Which part?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I have to see past his tattoo too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the man has some consciousness in him.
You know what? Okay, I'm gonna let you take this with you. There was a commercial that was out a few years ago. It was a guy riding a motorcycle, right? So he gets ready for work in the morning with a little bag on his side, sling bag, and he's tattooed up like fully. Me don't have enough tattoo like him. You can't see real skin. He's tattooed up from the neck, both arms all the way down, heavy. And he has on like a marina wife beater thing, and he jumps on the motorcycle and he rides off. And at the bottom of the screen, it says, "What are you thinking?" And then he rides, right? And they follow him on the journey, and then he pulls into a parking lot of a hospital and parks the motorcycle in the parking space where it says surgeons only. And then walks into the hospital, puts on his coat that covers all his tattoos, and put on him little thing on him head and his stethoscope around his neck, picked up his clipboard and walked through the hospital. And basically what it was saying was, don't judge people by their outer appearance, like them. Some people outer appearance is really telling, but you have to really like get into the person. You know what I mean? Because that outside
again,
stuff,
sorry to cut you. If a lot of people are real, authentic followers, they would have known that you spoke the story before.
Right.
You did this before, and another concept on that.
Right.
But if they don't watch your channel, because more times you're like, yo, even when you spoke to Queen Africa, right? You're saying to her like, yo, did you watch my content? Did you follow up? Did
follow
you
through the whole conversation? Right.
Yeah.
And she said no. That's why she was mad.
Bits and pieces.
Yeah, she said she took a piece. As soon as she heard her name, she took a piece, and then that was it. She left.
Run with it, bro.
Because she was mad. But yeah, you have to indulge the conversation. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. All right.
Yo, SouFLo, I'm telling you, man. I used to watch 98.1, right? It's a Canadian radio station, and I know, and they used to even go to Jamaica, right? And they used to do like thing there on the beach that we're in Jamaica, we're in Montego Bay, and this and that. And this is something
Virtuous
I
fire.
would love. Remember when I called you the other day and I said, yo, SouFlo, what are you on? Are you on PayPal? And you're on this. I'm going to say this to you. I don't care. I heard one of my family and it hurt me a lot. And I'm going to say this with passion. I might sound like I'm shouting because I'm out here. I do some gardening or something.
All right.
But yo, SouFlo, one of my family said, yo, let SouFlo go on and we might do. And yo, it hurt me. Because when you're doing the vacation film, don't say nothing. Don't comment. I'm just saying. It's like people look and say, yo, him have money in this and that. But I'm saying if everybody, yo, SouFlo, even if I just send you $10 and you have 300 subscribers or 3,000, why each of them can't just send you $1 and see where you do with the money from?
Well, we talked about that already, fam. First of all, right?
You know you talk about it, but we just keep saying, yo, SouFlo, yo, you might live rich life. Yo, do they know
perception
what it's like
is reality, don't?
Do they know what it's like to live, raise certain amount of kids? And they know the fact.
Right. Perception is reality. Perception is reality. I'll leave it right there. Manners and respect.
It's a weekend. Go deal with your fams, but I just had to reach. Yo, stop hitting the nails them on the head all the time. So.
All right, my brother. Big up yourself.
All right. Yo,
Peace.
Much love, man.
Much love.
I'm telling you.
Peace.
All right. Peace.
All right, so a true confession, man used to hate me. Just a couple of people that really used to hate me. Listen, if you go certain places on social media, you will see that people talk about me in some derogatory ways. And then I see people over there sometimes I don't follow. People send it to me. SouFlo, another person here up on your channel all the time. I said, big up SouFlo on all this. And I go look, and then I'm like, wow. This is the same person who over here on my channel, yo, big up yourself, SouFlo, manners and respect, and this and that. You know, I just love your platform, and they on somebody else's channel saying some of the worst stuff ever. So I don't follow up all that stuff. I go off on the principle where the elders them say, you know, you have a destination and you're heading to your destination. Along the way, if you stop and throw stones at every barking dog and flying bird, you will never reach where you're going. So I don't get into the side stuff and all that. Perception is reality. People think they know you and your life, and that's it. You know what I want you to know, and that's about it. But other than that, peace and love, same way, man. We're gonna go into our other topic. Can never be hypocrite, says Vicky Victory. Yeah, it is what it is, though. We have a lot of doors. You know, live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Hey, morning, SouFlo.
Good morning, family. What going?
I will touch on a piece and talk about sometimes y'all just touch on some topics sometime, and a lot of us go through some of these things, you know.
Yeah, it's just life.
You know, yeah, man.
Life, you know.
Yeah. So you know, as I said, I was here talking about job criteria. And people in position looking down on people, you know what I mean? And they're thinking about they're better off than that person because they're in a higher position.
Yeah.
So this is what happened to me twice in New York when I was working. I was working as a security guard at a hospital. And you have this thing that
keep talking. I'm gonna turn this fan off.
Very disrespectful to the security man. And one morning I stepped to him and I said, come on, Doc, why you have to deal with stuff like that? And the man is going the most way SouFlo. I ain't saying nothing. I get a promotion with another company as a patient care tech. The patient care tech, what I done, I was taking care of patients with declibitors by prescribing special mattress for patients with better than declibitors. So, based on the wound they have, so I will go in and measure the wound and know what type of mattress to give them. They have mattress that turns them. Right. You have the SAM, you have the gel mattress.
Right.
So one morning I get a phone call and they want me to come to the third floor. No, go to ICU at least. But by the time I reach ICU, they move the patient to the third floor called the patient recovery. So when I go there, who I see? The doctor.
The doctor. As a
the
patient.
doctor.
As a patient.
As a patient.
Mm-hmm.
I walk out back the room and I ask the nurse at the nurse station. I said, "Who do you want me to take care?" He said, "Oh, Dr. John." I said, "Okay, all right." So I didn't want him to feel bad, but I walk into the room and I said, "Doc, do you remember me?" I said, "No, son." I said, "Doc, look good at me, Doc." I said, "I'm the same security that you disrespect at the gate and talk about I am an effing security. Who are you to talk to me?" I said, "Do you see what I'm doing now? I'm putting you on a special mattress. But what I'm trying to say to you, Doc, don't look down on us because of our job, sir, because you don't know who's going to come to help you." He started to cry so close. And I did not care. So he started to cry and I did not give a damn so close because that meant disrespect us every morning.
Mm-hmm. Life will humble you behind.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Life will humble you. And the funniest thing about that, he recovered. When he get out of the hospital and go home and recover and come back to work, you know what he did? He come to work and called. He come back to work and called me and said, "Son, I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. I was going through some things at times, but don't show your problem on us."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I still don't say sorry because I'm not gonna apologize for what I did. I said it from my heart.
Right.
And I did not apologize.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I said it from my heart.
Right.
But the moral of the story, do not look down on people because of your position, because of your job. You know what I mean? It doesn't help you because you don't know where you're going to be at times, who's going to come to your aid. You know what I mean? And just, man, I just love it, the topic that you're touching, bro. You know what I mean?
Right. Thank you for sharing.
Man,
thank you for sharing. Work, yes, thank you for sharing with us, though. That's sobering. I appreciate that.
All right, man.
All right, manners. All right, so let's get into some other of our topics. You see what he's saying? He said it's a doctor. Doctor used to come talk to them every morning. One morning he said something, and the doctor said, "Who the F are you to talk to me like that? You're effing security guard. I'm a doctor here." And he said a few months later, Doc was in... he was a patient, not a doctor anymore. Right. So anyhow, like I said to my message, life will humble you. You know, don't exalt yourself over other people. We weren't born perfect, but we learn as we grow, right? That's the important thing, is that you learn as you grow, and not only just learn as you grow, because I remember them telling me when I was growing up, my granny used to say, "He who knoweth the wrong and does the right shall be beaten with many strides." That means that if you know, you're getting a different kind of punishment than the person who didn't know, right? Because when you know better, you're supposed to do better. And if you don't know, then God pity you because you just don't know. But you see, when you know better and you intentionally do worse, your kind of beating come different, right? So I move off of them, something that, thank God for Mr. Ruby and Mars Cleavy. My grandparents, them instilled some things in me that I'm absolutely sure now will live on through me for the rest of my life. Yeah, that way. All right, let's run past this one real quick and tie that up. Then we get into the Guyanese Dolly story. A 94-year-old gunned down in St. Anne, Jamaica, in his home. There's no real information out here as to the motive for this. It just says 94-year-old man was shot and killed at home in Huntley Crescent in St. Anne on Thursday afternoon, and he has been identified as Kenneth Downer. Kenneth Downer. If you have a family member in Jamaica who is in his 90s named Kenneth Downer from St. Anne, go check on your family. Some of them are foreign and we're busy with life and we don't really check in on certain people. You know, you have your favorite ones, them where you check with, and then those that are kind of like estranged, but them still a family still kind of thing. Police reports are that 4:18 p.m., big broad afternoon, Downer was shot and killed by unknown assailants. Police have not ascertained a motive for the killing and the investigation continues. The first thing I said when I heard that is, damn, what? He's 94, bro. 94. What could a 94-year-old possibly have done? But then again, if my mind is to think beyond the box, I could think of many things. Many things. I'm not saying that he did anything. I'm just saying it could be many things. It's Jamaica. People probably broke in, thought no one was there, and run into him. And the first thing them think is shoot, because he recognized me and him know say it's me. It could be that. It could also be your past catching up with you. You see, how should I put it? God forgive, but people don't. Really. People pretend they forgive. I forgive, but I don't forget. No, you didn't forgive, right? And some people did things in life where there's someone that's out to get you for what you did, and then no matter how long it gonna take them a come feet, and that's called karma too. Karma comes back vicious and wicked sometimes. So I don't know what the circumstances surrounding that is, but on another flip side, I was looking at it like this. I know a lot of people who are way older than I am who are like, yes, SouFlo, may I get ready to go back to Jamaica? May I get ready for retire there? May I go to start build a little house there and stuff like that? And then there are a lot of them that are like, I'm not. Because like the brother from Canada said yesterday, he was cleaning up the yard and him leaving boombox and something else outside, and him go inside, sleep, wake up, come outside, 2 o'clock in the morning, him say, or come back out next day and all his stuff was still there. He was basically trying to say that Jamaica used to be like that. Yard nice. And it used to be like that, like where I'm at. Leave my front door open, gone. Sometimes my key in my front door. And I'm like, where's my key? I search for the key whole day, use spare key, and go through different door. I come back 24 hours later, the key in at the front door to my house. And these kind of things. So, his phone, he said, yeah. So people are like weighing up their options. And it's just not a good look for Jamaica. But this ain't the first story. This won't be the last story. Most Jamaicans that don't like me for covering these stories, they don't like me because I think I'm reachable. I think I'm the kind of person, because I answer back almost everybody. But if you're set to Andrew, like Prime Minister, your Minister of National Security, you can do more, because a lot of these places, we have streets that have no names. So if you're going to call police, you can't tell the police that he's on Bourbon Street and Cross Lane right now, and the car is heading west on Oxford, going down Tilden. No, the car gone in some bush, and they go down a dirt road around one corner, which part one Aki tree there. That's it. So them need to map out the place properly. Them need to surveillance need to be way more all around the island, and all these kind of things. If you bring these things forward to them, the actual things that will make change, not that a camera is going to stop somebody from committing murder. Just this week alone, I saw like 5-6 video cameras out of Jamaica. One was a double murder, one was a triple murder. Y'all might have seen it too. One was a double murder, one was a triple murder, and a bunch of other shooting, and one stab up. These things help us to understand what happened, to get the person who actually did it instead of scapegoating somebody else, just so we could quiet the crowd. And then we can dole out proper punishment. That is the reason why we don't believe in, we believe in it, but we don't want it yet in Jamaica, like death penalty. Because Jamaica classism stuff. If my rich brethren son murder somebody down the road, and the whole Jamaica in uproar about it. Lord, them kill Miss Matty at 85 years. Miss Matty live around here. She care about everybody. Jesus Christ, who could have do this? Whoever do this need to hang. And they had hanging. Them go down a jungle, Rima, go down a one of them, get a place, the zinc fence community, grab up something, grab up Miss G and little boy who wasn't there, didn't do none of that, fabricate some stuff and hang him. And them rich brethren son fly out and gone and live good life still. So without these cameras all over the place, me not lie now, it get dangerous enough. I told a Jamaican couple, I said, put up camera all over the place. Them said, gunman will shoot them out. Me said, it's modern times, you could put up cameras that people can't really see. Me don't know, but them put up some big old camera out on the outside of them house, gunman pass and tell them, say, take down that BBC. They didn't take it down. They approach them again and say, yo, you know, move the camera and I hear myself take it down. They didn't take it down. The third approach, the man was murdered out in the middle of the street, just down the street from which part his house was. And this made news in Jamaica as well. So on the makeup thing, me a makeup. So it even gets dangerous for people like me who are saying, put cameras up everywhere. Yo, that boy, they're informer, you know. I wouldn't talk about put up camera everywhere. In a man privacy, in a man life like that. Yo, them boy a ton of foreign and go on like them know everything we are going on Jamaica. You know. Just a certain level of ignorance makes it dangerous for certain people to just say. That's why I was saying to the caller earlier, yeah, when you're loud, could be fine. If you're loud and saying foolishness and you're funny. But when you're loud and saying constructive things, things that could change the system, the status quo, then you could very well become an enemy. You know, 94-year-old gunned down at home. I'm sure whoever is thinking about, yeah, me I gotta retire and live out my days just made a beeline. It's not attractive. But don't be mad at me for covering these stories. Be mad at how the situation is in the country. Because if it never happened like that, I wouldn't have to talk about that. I would have to find something else to talk about. And I do this from a constructive place, right? I do this from a place of raising awareness as well. So that's all I have to say with that. Moving right along. Last story for the morning. Circle check and then last story for the morning. What I want you to do right now is help me out. I'm going to read out pretty much all of them. I need 10 types of people to remove from your circle. You have to do a circle check every now and then. Because sometimes you just get comfortable with people. You comfortable with your homie who always cracking jokes. Many of serious things are said in jest. Joke. Sometimes your partner, your friend, your homie, they want to down you or discredit you or, you know, cast them spell upon you, basically. Shadow you with their insecurities. And they put it in a joke. And you think a joke. What a joke. The first one for me is if you have matter in your eye, bugu in your nose, and brag upon your mouth corner, and your friend sit down in your face and talk to you and don't tell you say something in your eye, clean out your eye. You know, so booger hang out your nose, go blow out your nose, man, and come back, make we finish talk. And what upon your mouth corner, dog? Clean off your mouth, man. For people see and say, if you don't have that kind of friend, if you have a friend who sit down and talk and laugh and and then go away, cut the friend there off. Here, and you might laugh, right? But hear this. That friend that went and told somebody else, Jesus Christ, me saying fierce, nasty, man. Every time you have to start thinking, how many times have you done that? Them go tell other people, yo, SouFLo break. Thinking, man. Yo, me I get the man a ride in a car the other day. Him talk and me swear say I poop in a car. Mr. Me wind down the window, you know, and then it smell now go nowhere, you know. And that's how people talk about you, you know. And you there thinking, oh, it's my bestie. Yeah. Shout out to Shane. Shane is my high school friend. And I don't know, something happening in my brain where I am like, I turn into a different person where I cut off everybody. Right? So it's not like we link all the time on these things. But that was a real friend. One day, me I ride in him car, seeing car, him grew up in a 2-person household home, get new car, all these things. Me never have them something there. Seeing, so I'm riding in his car, and he was like, he called me by my real name. He said, yo, what's that smell? I said, me don't know. This time I'm a teenager, right? I said, me don't know. And him bend a corner and him said, no, man, come here. Him said, that's you. That's your mouth. This is my friend in him. Say, that's your mouth. Could I tell you? I didn't have no guidance like nobody. I said, when me know some if you brush my teeth. My grandmother used to tell me brush my teeth. Brush at least twice a day. Brush morning in the morning and brush at night before you go to your bed. And them something that nobody never did it to tell me. That's why me now, I tell my children, I carry them going to the bathroom. I show them how to wash themselves. I show them how to floss. I show them how to scrape their tongue with a tongue scraper. Brush your tongue all the way back. Clean your gums off at the roof of your mouth. Go all the way back in the back teeth. Them that's how food go lodge up and all this. Yeah. I never have nobody for show me that. So I'm sitting in his car and I'm a teenager and my mouth smells. and he's driving, and he let me know. And then not only did he let me know, he started saying like, yo, you know, so you have to floss, right? Yeah, man, floss out the food, them out of your teeth and this and that and the other. And I learned it that way, the hard way. So it's never a friend where say, oh, the man, bro, think you yo, me have to wind down the window, you know, dog. I'm thinking, I know. But that's how a lot of people around you are. So if you ever have a good friend who can tell you and will tell you anything on these things, you better keep them around. And don't ever become the kind of person where people tell you truth and you cut them off because they're truth tellers. Because you're going to be blessed with nothing but yes man and liar people around you. And then you're not going to be comfortable at all with your whole life. You see it? All right. So read some of them things I know. A real good friend, that man. Yes, big up himself. Shane Smith. Toxic friends, toxic people, cut them off. Negative people, cut them off. Liar people, cut them off. Backstabbers, cut them off. Non-progressive element, cut them off. Non-motivational, cut them off. Listen to me. You might take that one that's simple. Non-motivational. You have some people around you, them want to motivate you for shite. Right? They will motivate everybody else, though. All people with them don't know. But they won't even give you a pinch of motivation. If you're ready to celebrate, turn up and have fun, they're all for it. But when you really need some motivation, when you really need your spirit lifted, you ever have them friends where them can always come tell you their problem? Yeah, I said this I go on and say, and that man they gone and this I left me and that I go on and my life I pop down, and you're there encourage them all along and talk good with them all along and be that friend all along. And then when your turn come now, yo, Mr. Me, I got you a piece of something to say. Give me a minute, let me call you back. Give me a minute, let me call you back. Or yeah, talk to them and them watch them watch. So anytime you talk to Caribbean people and them start do this, if you see them check the time twice, done your conversation and go about your business. Okay? What they're trying to tell you is, I got some stuff to do. Me I watch the time, cause me not really taking what I say right now, cause I gotta go, kind of thing. Right? Cut them off. Them kind of people there, cut them off. Non-motivational, bad mind. Bad mind is a serious thing, boy. Bad mind is a serious. Yo, me say bad mind make man sit down and plan him whole life out time brethren life. Yeah, him want the man wife. This is him bestie, you know. Him want the man wife because she look good. Him want the man car. Him want the man house. Him want the man everything, and him not do nothing. Forget it for himself neither, you know. You have some people around you, you will show them every which way how to get it, and them not do it. But them still sit down and watch you do it. Now, if I'm doing it, and you see me doing it, isn't that me proving to you that it could be done this way? So now me, you shouldn't take some advice for and say, all right, Mr. SouFLo, I do it that way there, and him tell me, say, I SouFLo do it, and give me the intricacies of it, so me I go try and work it out for myself. No, them prefer sit down, what you want, SouFLo, no, or him buy a new vehicle, yeah, him full of himself, you see, one like him, all that. No worry, the vehicle soon pop down left in my road. Yeah, exalt himself all the time. Watch out, them buy a house. Yeah, okay. I don't know big house that though. Me could have do better than that still. Yeah, some people around you like that. Cut them off. You hear me? Never happy for you. Great goodies. Cut them off. That's a good way to tell who's riding for you or not. Never happy for you. You ever tell them great news and you see them, yeah, for real. Or them say something like, oh, that's very good for you, man. Very good for you. A big news, you know. Big news that make you jump out of your skin, you know. You're clapping, you're happy. Yeah. Very good for you, man. Very good for you. Why do you think we come on here every morning and say, shout out to the people who wish good for others as much as they wish good for yourself? Because it takes training to do that, to become that kind of person. Most people around you don't wish good for you more than how them wish for themselves. They might want you to succeed, but don't start succeed too much around here. Don't start come blow past me and make me look like me now and trying a life around here. Jealousy will overcome me and me can't control it. That's how they are. See? So yeah, cut them off. Two-faced people, cut them off for sure. cut them off. Those people that cannot say the stuff in front of you that they say behind your back, cut them off. This is one thing I practice. If you seen me say it on a video and it was about you, watch when me see you in person. SouFLo, I mean, it said that about, you know. Yep, and I can repeat it again because that's how me did feel and that's how me still feel now. This is what me did say. I'm not saying nothing behind nobody back that I can't say to their face. Hypocrite, cut them off. Not true? Check your circle. I know people say keep your circle tight, but you don't want a tight circle with somebody in there that's not supposed to be in there because then it gets dangerous. Yeah, get dangerous. Have your enemy in your house. Gets dangerous. Right. Brother, sometimes a person you know for a few more loyal than long-time friend. King Biggs, absolutely true. Absolutely true. And two things I'm going to tell you before we go into the last topic for the morning. One, don't be afraid to separate from people. That's life. You were born alone. Most of us are not twins. And even twins separate throughout life. Even twins have their differences. One twin like this kind of girl and the next twin like this kind of film taste and my taste. But they can actually even finish each other's sentences and stuff like that. So you here on your journey just like everybody else on their journey. Your journey is an individual journey. Who is to be there when you arrive at wherever you're supposed to arrive, they will be there. Who is not supposed to be there, they won't be there. It's that simple. You see people crop up themselves and, oh God, and my heart I broke out of my chest and make it cut them off and be okay. Yes, sometimes separation hurts and it's not that easy because things are invested, time is invested and all these things. But it comes a time in life where it's necessary to cut and move forward, or else you're going to be stagnant. Remember, you know, man, time waits on no man, you know, and you only have a limited amount of time to do the most you can with this. You have been given this gift that we call a present. So nobody waste it around people who can't motivate you, don't uplift your spirit, take and never give, are not genuine to you, and all these other things, have bad intentions for you, and you can sense the energy. Me's an energy person. Me sense energy. And sometimes people will say me just wheel off from them and just stop talk. I want to him now because I'm sensing your energy. They get mad at you for it too. It's an innate thing. I was born with it. I don't know if it's a gift or what. It has brought me this far. I go places already and me wheel out as me go. And by me reach my yard, me here said a place to get shelled down with gunshot. And I was just there. So I trust this innate thing, right? If you tell me say you have bad vibes towards me, you have to go prove to me say me I feel foolishness. But usually it works out to be right. Right. Carrie Ann Jones said, me stop keep circle. I keep a line. Me, my husband, that's it. Less people to deal with. Big up yourself, Carrie Ann. Big up yourself. Yeah. That way. Anyways, we have a story here to get into, and that's going to take us off. But this person been calling, so I'm going to answer the call. Them gone. Onika St. John Jones says, I always say that I wasn't born a twin. Life is a journey, not a destination. Absolutely. And sometimes you're meant to be together and sometimes you're not. Sometimes it's just for a season. Sometimes it's for a reason. Sometimes it's just a lesson to be learned because you still haven't learned something yet that the universe and the creator is trying to teach you, to tell you. Also, you want me put that one next dirty John in your life again. Cause you still do the same. Hey girl, come here. This is how this is how the universe and the creator drip you up, you know. That little mad girl. It's like she love be yam head for everybody. No man, you're old enough now, man. Yeah, me can understand when you did younger, but you're a big woman now. You're rich out. Why you're 39? You'll be 40. How you run down now? Oh, you don't see that that's the same person just in a different makeup and it. Okay, you want him? All right, see me here. Stick up on a beer blood clean, lick and kick on the same sour thing again. Now she's over here. Man ain't shit. All men are the same. All of them are dogs. But you keep making the same choices. So the universe will keep on beating you every time you make the same wrong choice again and again. Or you want more beating. You know, some people, they get beat one time, you know, and like me, beat me once, me gone, me good. Anything you... My granny licked me for something, and I'll know me not do it again. And she dead and gone. Anything them lick me for, I ain't never doing it again, because I don't like lick. My skin soft, you know, my big and tough, but my skin soft, you know, I don't like lick, you know. So, but some people, them have to get beaten over and over and over, and them keep making the same choice and get the same beating, and they complain and complain, and them people there too, cut them off. Yeah, because they become a baggage in your life, believe it or not. You keep on do the same thing over and over and over and over. How long are we going to go through this? Come on, man. Wise not, man. It's time. God give you sense. You're born with sense. Some people are born with no sense, you know. And you get good blessing, born with full set of sense. And look how you're using your senses. Eh? Now me no want you rub off on me at all. Go so. And me we go so. I wish you all the best. Yeah, cut them off. See him so. Audrey Wright says, also you're 40 and 12 and still not learn. All right, take this. Yes, beat after you're 12, you do this and you reach 40 and you still do it. See, more like again. You're not learning it back in your life again. And no matter who them get rid of, especially when you're stuck in a mindset, this is very important. Catch this. Especially when you're stuck in a mindset, it's not me, it's everybody else. It's everything else. I know me, it's never me. You're gonna get beaten every rotted time. No matter where you go, who you go with, everything. Until you're able to sit and say, I'm me. Hard to accept. I'm me. Okay, this is what I have to fix. Now I'm going to start work on fixing that. Then you will start to see difference, a change. See? Julie Tapper said, that's why I love to listen to you, SouFlo talk truth. All right, let's get into this last story for the morning. But take out the negativity out of your life, my friend. Take out certain kind of people out of your life. Ain't nothing wrong with it, and don't apologize to nobody for wanting to have peace, wanting to have healthy relationships. When I stress you out, stress killing them, man. Stress kill. Some people will stay around you till you turn there and have stroke and heart attack because them stress you out already. And then them gone left you cut. So if they're bringing stress more than they're bringing happiness, cut them off. That part. Social media personality. Fatally shot in an Uber in Atlanta. A social media personality was killed she was unalived. That is the new word that's trending now because the algorithms pick up on murder, kill, dead, and them I said that's not cool for, you know. So let me take a call. Let's take one call before we go into it. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, Flo. How are you?
I'm good, family. How are you doing this morning?
I'm great.
Talk to me now.
Every day above ground is a blessing.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Your topic, I know you're on the topic about Dolly right now, but the one before, cut them off. So, Flo, me clean out my closet long time.
Yeah, so you cut off everything and everybody will need to cut off.
So, Flo, me tell you something. Me make one sweep. You know, some people are cutting this year, cut next year, cut today. Me just make one sweep.
Right, so
one sweep.
But we have to update, you know, because some people start out good. Check it, you know. Some people start out good and end up telling somebody when needs to cut off too. Yeah, and sometimes we don't catch it till later. So we have to keep on taking a stock, you know, and rechecking.
So, Flo, when me tell you me make a sweep, you know, and not only friend, you know, as family too, you know. Let us make one clean.
Yeah, man, family, we're not partial. We are not partial. It's an energy we work with. And from you come with certain kind of energy, it has to go.
Remember, say them a human being. Me make one clean. So, Flo, me get stabbed left, right, and center. Me decide to me not take the knife them out of my back. Them a stay. Me not give them no small space. So, me make the knife them stay. So, them have no more space to put no more.
Rotted. Yeah.
They have done me wrong, and even my family. Constantly, I make peace in my family. And it's when I make peace, everybody turn against me. I'm just with the outsider to sit down and look upon them and everybody enjoy life. And them are wrong. Just imagine your mother and your father at war. Years. I would grow up and see the abuse, the physical, mental, emotional abuse that my father put my mother through. My father raped my cousin, and my mother stay with him. And as much as I want to resent both of them feet, I still look upon them as my father and my mother, and I love them. She never left him when that happened to her niece.
You talk about as big woman or as picnic? As big woman or as picnic?
She was child when my father raped her. May her soul rest in peace. She died from cancer. And me look on my mother and my sister them all the while and say, that happened. And it pull you closer to him. You never left him. But you know them people back in the days, oh shame and this and that. Yeah. But SouFlo, I tell you this, I look on my mother. When she finally left him and my sister cut part, I said to my mother, say, make peace. You say you're a Christian, make peace with him when you're older now. You don't live with him. Forgive him. Move on.
Yeah. Some people have to love from a distance, not true. She close up with him.
No, she don't want to hear that. She don't want nothing to do with him. I say, yes, serve God, no. You have to learn to forgive.
Okay. Well, you know, no. So don't tell mommy that. She know why. She got through enough. And you just said to. So she finally reached a realization where, you know, she's probably even beating herself up. That she even, because sometimes people are manipulative in a man. And they make all the frigga what them do, you're still up under them same way. And when you finally get away from all that and look back, you say to yourself, say, what was I thinking? Like, the magician you draw me in, that kind of stuff. So if she wants to stay away from him, make sure stay away from him, my friend.
But SouFlo, you forgive. You have to look on you and I give you advice. You're serving God. If you serve God, you have to let go. You have to forgive.
Yes, but forgive does not mean go call up with people or even associate with them.
No, she don't have to talk to him, but let him out of your heart because it's gonna make her heart stunted and get dark.
Yeah, that's true. But she don't have nothing to do with him. That's cool.
But not to call back her phone. My mother would burn me. Say to me, say,
you know, if call back her
phone. She don't have nothing to do with me.
More to it
just
than that.
Just because of the advice.
Can't be. Got to be more to that than that.
I said to her, say, because my father asked me to call her because he finally pay off for the house where the two of them own, even though she don't live there. I said to her, say, I ask you to sign the documents so that he can get him title for him house.
You are the
call her and ask her for that.
You are the conduit. Not true? You are the messenger. Are you in the middle? Are you at the messenger?
Me in the middle, I'm tell my father say I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because every time I carry the message, I me end up get the message.
Right. So that's, you know, here, Mister, there's more to it. Has to be. Your mom didn't cut you off because of that.
My mother put up my sister.
Me talk when
you're
done.
Siblings them against me. Everybody stop talking to me. My sister left on her dying bed in the hospital. She all right now, thank God. And my nephew said to her, say, Auntie want to talk to you. She said, me no want to talk to her. I mean, I wonder why. And he said, but Auntie no do you nothing.
It was your mom.
When me hear the stuff that my mother tell them, the lies. SouFlo, alopecia I'm getting on my head. It stress me out and eat out my ear. I'm sick.
So
me there in Canada, and the doctor make error upon me. I could have lose my life. I get clot on my left arm and them couldn't take out the whole of it. I made up on blood thinner up until today. I'm going to take my health in my hand SouFlo. And me clear my clot out of my hand. I stop them when I take in for remove the clot. But them left with nerves problem because them cut my nerves when I'm going on my hand to clean it. So my left hand is of no use.
Really?
They have to take nerve spill. Yeah. I have a small cleaning company where I go and go to work a contract I get, but I still do my thing.
Same.
Because he's a hard-headed person. They're a Capricorn, you know. He's a workaholic. If me no work, it'll go kill me.
Saying, if you work, it'll kill you too.
So, my family, them hear what happened to me, you know. Them see the picture of my hand, you know, with the cut, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the bandage on it, you know. And nobody call me.
Nobody no call for say how you doing, you alright, what happened to your hand, nothing.
So I decided to say, I'm going to clean out my closet. And I'm going to re-put the clothes them back in my closet. But them here, I'm going to be close to wear, not people.
Same.
One friend I have. She has to show a lot right now. I try to reach out to her. I not get her. Everybody want them little time to themselves when they go through health crisis. But I wish her all the best still.
Same.
Until she recover from it, I know she will call me. I just text her this morning.
Same.
Because she just find out her liver. She have a problem with her liver. I said, I'm going to drink alcohol. I'm going to smoke. I'm going to drink coffee. I watch her. I put in my body because I'm a temple.
Same.
Well, you see, people to learn to cut people off. Even my girlfriend, I tell she have a bag of woman friend, and I look on her and say to her, say, them are doing wrong. You have to clean out your closet. She never take my advice. Her family, them are doing wrong. I say, you need to clean out your closet. She never take my advice. And when it's too late, she start taking my advice when people are hurt her.
Yeah, man. It's important to cut people off. For your sanity, for your health sake, it's important to cut people off. And just take the message with you that none of we never come here glued to nobody. And life is a journey. Everybody is on their journey. You know, we cross paths with people along the journey. Some people will go a distance with you more than others. Who is to be there when you reach where you go, they will be there. And who are going to filter out, they'll filter out. But pay attention to who you have around you and the message, and cut off who needs to get cut off. That's it.
And one thing I know I not do, I not stop love my family them though. Even though me and them may not have a relationship, I love my mother dearly. I don't want nothing to her.
When you hang up, I'm going to say something, but I want you to hang up first.
For food.
You hear what I say?
I fly to Jamaica for my health. And true, I never give the man when he want, carry him go to big shopping. The man called me the day when I there at the airport and said, God go with you. And he said it in a very disrespectful way. And I never hear back from that man. And my husband said to me, said, John, your family them deadly. But I love them still, and I want the best for them. I forgive them long time. Everybody else will hurt me. I forgive them. Me is a girl, me is a giver. I help everybody. But guess what? I have to go learn now to help me.
When you get off, I'm going to say something. But I want to say it when you're off.
Yeah, man.
All right? Big up yourself, you know. And go and hold up your head same way, right? Manners and respect to you and the family the same way.
Heal up your wife for me and kiss the kids.
Yes, and likewise.
All right, take care.
All right. Sometimes people are go through a lot and you just have to let them vent. If you give them a 5 minutes to let it out, it's good to let it out. That's another thing that's toxic. When you're around people, you can't let stuff out around. With them, they're around for. Yeah? So, what I was going to say to her, but of course she wouldn't receive it. I don't take no more call for the morning until me done. What I was going to say to her, but she wouldn't receive it that way because she'd have a vent. And I realized that was your mom, because I know you're watching still. Your mom went through a phase where she's looking back at that phase now like, what the hell did I do? Right? She finds it hard to forgive herself for even being back with that man that after him rape off your little cousin. Here's the thing. She's come to a point in life now where she said, I don't want to have anything to do with that man. You put yourself in the middle and you're trying to give her instructions that leads to her having to deal with him. And I'm trying to tell you that that's the reason she cut you off. You are the conduit. So if she cut you off, then there is no communication with him, no back and forth, you know, for worry about what is coming from him through you to her, all that. So that is why she cut you off like that. I'll close out this segment by saying this. Some people, you just have to love them from a distance. It's not that you cut them off because I hate you. There's no hate. It's all forgiven for real, right? I won't never forget. That's on me still. But I don't hate you. I just don't want you anywhere close to me in a this existence. So you stay way over there, sir, and I will harbor love for you. I wish you all the best, genuinely. I hope everything you do turns to success, but stay over there, sir. That's good. And I'll stay over here. And that's okay. Sometimes you have to do that. You don't have to up under everybody just because, oh, I love you, so I'm up under you. No, you can love people from a distance. And some people, it's important to do just that. Right. Into this story now. So a social media personality was killed when her Uber was ambushed by multiple gunmen as she was making her way home from a notorious Atlanta strip club where she was dancing. Now, in a panicked 911 call, the Uber driver, fearful to look out of the car and expose himself to gunfire, he told the officer, "Somebody in my car is shot." He had an accent. I don't know if it was a Haitian or African accent. "Somebody in my car is shot." Tisha Bruley is her name. Tisha Bruley, in the back of his Cadillac Escalade at around 4:30 a.m. Tuesday morning. Today is Friday. It just happened on Tuesday. When the car came under gunfire from shooters in two different vehicles who collectively fired more than 20 rounds into that vehicle, hitting her only, not the driver. According to the driver, Bruley is a Guyanese influencer who went by the name of Tavi Badi. I will tell you her IG, and you can go look up her IG, and the IG is very revealing. Very, very revealing. Anyhow, Tavi Badi is her name. You're not going to find her if you look up Tavi Badi, though. Can me try. It wasn't until this morning I actually found it because I find the right stuff to put before Tavi Badi. Anyways, she had been on her way from the famous strip club called Allure where she danced regularly, and she was going home. She lives in a wealthy side of Buckhead neighborhood in the north of the city of Atlanta. Over there, you have superstars live over there. They have multi-million-dollar mansions and very expensive condos over there, and that's over where she lives. But hear this. Police say that they believe that this was a targeted attack because no suspect has been identified, but the way how it happened. So when she left her job, the Uber driver tells the police that as soon as I drove off, two cars peeled off behind him. The further he got down the street, he still noticed the two cars were behind him. Upon getting about a mile or so down the road, the two cars lined up and gunshots started coming from both vehicles, had shooters in it. Her story. This is her. So we put a face to the name. Guyanese Dolly. Yeah. She is from Ghana. She resides in Atlanta. And she is getting to the bag. If you know what I mean. Sad thing about this is she just celebrated her 31st birthday. Just. I'm not saying nothing about stripper life. I'm not saying nothing about social media influencer life. I'm not saying nothing about OnlyFans life. I don't really judge people. If my daughter should tell me, "Daddy, I want to be a stripper," we would have a damn problem because I don't see it as something I would want my daughter to do. However, I understand that different people have to do different hustlings in order to make it in life. And it's a supply and demand thing also, right? There's grown men out here that like to see it. And, you pay for the services and you go in there and you see that. A girl with a shapely body shaking something or whatever the case may be. It fits where it fits. It has its space. It's a whole industry. So I'm not going to beat her up for that. But when you left certain environment and come into certain environment, when you come a foreign, you have to do what you have to do to survive. However, it's dangerous out here. It's dangerous out here. Behind her story, let me give you the whole story, then I'm going to tell you what is being said behind her story. I wanted to play the 911 message, the 911 call for you. They didn't handle the 911 call properly, which I'm thoroughly surprised by. Let me see.
I don't know. I'm in the road. Somebody shot us.
Where are you?
I don't know which street I am. Look, somebody shot even.
Someone shot at your car?
No, somebody shot in my car. I'm driver.
Hey, listen, I need to know where you are.
Lindbergh.
Lindbergh Drive and what?
I'm scared to somebody shot me to see it.
Lindbergh and what? Piedmont?
Lindbergh and yeah.
Piedmont?
Somebody
Listen, sir. I want you to listen, okay?
Somebody killed in my car.
Okay, listen. I need to know where you are. Are you at Lindbergh and Piedmont?
Lindbergh, you need to get out from the car and I see.
Huh?
Lindbergh and the Adina.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to put the ambulance on the line. Hold on.
Okay.
Grady EMS, operator 992. What's the address of your emergency? Hey, Grace, Atlanta. He said he's at Lindbergh Drive and Adina Drive. Lindbergh and Adina, because someone's been shot in his car. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, somebody shot in my car. Yeah.
Spell your street name for me.
Lindbergh and Adina.
I'm sorry, is someone shot or did someone shoot at your car?
Yeah. Someone shot in my car.
Or you've been shot?
No, I don't know. I don't think so I'm shot. But somebody shot my customer.
Okay. Sir, are you saying someone is inside your car shot or just your car is shot?
No, somebody in my car is shot.
Okay, the person, is they breathing?
Yeah, I see some breathing.
Do you have it yet, Grady? Lindbergh Drive and Adina Drive. Someone shot in his car.
It's crazy. When I heard that, I was like, I don't know who they are, but on one hand, I want to say that these people have to be calm, because if they get all excited and stuff, then you might panic on the next end of the line. But at the same time, normally 911 knows your location if you're on the phone for over a couple of minutes. Now, the man, I tell us that somebody shot in his car, and he was in the car crouched down underneath his steering wheel, right? Him don't know if they're coming back to finish the job. Him don't know if she's telling him to spell the name of the street you're on. The man said him no want to put up his head because he got to put up his head to look at the street sign, and they might shoot again. He don't even know if they're out there. The man's scared. But anyhow, look at the way that they took her out, right? 2 cars. I call this a professional hit. But hear this. So the Uber driver told Channel 2 Actions that after he picked up Bruley from the club, he was immediately tailed by 2 cars, and then after driving around for about a mile or so, shooters from both cars pulled up and opened fire. According to the phone conversation in which the Uber driver, who was uninjured, called 911 after his car was showered with bullets, was released by the Atlanta Police Department to the public on Wednesday. That is how we have it. It's out there for people to listen to. Somebody killed in my car. Somebody shot in my car. We heard all that. Bruley's death comes just days after she celebrated her 31st birthday. She just celebrated it a couple of days ago. Right. She's originally from Georgetown, Guyana. She moved to Atlanta to live with her brother, who lives in Atlanta, in Georgia. She worked as a dancer. She was also a OnlyFans model. And occasionally, she starred in her own music rap videos because she had aspirations of being a female rapper as well. Now, if you go to her IG page, it's easy to see that she's an OnlyFans model. It's easy to see that she is a dancer. It's easy to see that she had aspirations of becoming a female rapper as well. You'll see the music videos. You'll see the in the strip club. One of her videos in the strip club, she had like one little mini flashlight up in her body hole while she was dancing. And she's dancing and the little light are shine out her body and all kind of something. She went all the way into that life. You know what I'm saying? She went doesn't say that she deserves what happened to her. I'm just giving you a feel of the story so you understand. See? This is her as well. This is the picture we used this morning on the icon, right? So she's not always out there naked, but that's her as well again. Right? That's all. Here's the story. There's another long phone call here that I'm not even going to get into. It's the phone call of the guy who actually sent the Uber for her. Now the story gets different. See, when they released that story first, they said she was on her way home from work. If you check the Uber driver destination address where she was supposed to be going, she got killed 1 block away from her own house where she would go. But she wasn't going home. The Uber was supposed to take her to a man's house. You know the strip thing go already. Yeah, I'm working tonight. You know, one of your favorite clients hit you. Come on through. You know what I mean? For after you done working, blah, blah, blah. Come on, have money on him, can pay for them services. That's so you make some extra money doing that. I'm just saying. Not right or wrong, not judging, just saying. So the dude calls a Uber for her. He sends a luxury Uber. He sends a Cadillac Escalade for her. That's how the next 911 call comes in. The next 911 call that comes in is from him saying the Uber that he ordered for her, he can see it on the app. For those of you who use Uber, you know, if my wife I go somewhere, if I'm going somewhere, she can track my whole destination with the Uber. I know when she reach. I know when, I know when the car pull up at the yard, when it's 2 minutes away from the house, when come pick her up, where they're going, how far they are from her destination. You could track it. So he was tracking it and he realized that it was stuck at a certain place for an extended period of time. So he made a 911 call and he was asking 911 to go check it out to see what's going on right there. Turns out that was when the vehicle was showered with bullets. And she was dead, and the Uber stood still because the Uber driver was on the phone with, trying to get some help. So the caller says that they received a mobile panic. It's a separate call released by police. A security company, which is ADT, called on behalf of a man who they say ordered the Uber. The caller says that they received a mobile panic alert for the Uber customer. He stated that he ordered an Uber for a friend that hasn't arrived to his location as of yet, and the driver's location is showing to be in a one spot for a long time period. Right now, this appears to be a targeted incident, says Deputy Chief Charles Hampton Jr. of the Atlanta Police Department. We don't have much to give out. Various witnesses have said that they saw a sedan. They don't really know what color the sedan was. They're not too sure. Might be a light colored sedan. Sounds confusing. They don't have any solid anything. We're just asking everyone who saw anything or heard anything to please come give us some kind of information. 2 neighbors actually accounted for what they saw and heard. One of them said, if you hear gunshots around these parts, it's a gun-free state. So if you hear gunshots around these parts, right, that's the strip club doing a memorial vigil for her. And they put up a flyer. That's the flyer for the memorial vigil for her, for the club Allure. One of them said, usually you'll hear pop, might hear pop, pop, and that's it. But this time, it sounded like a war zone outside because it sounded like it lasted forever. And I just kept hearing pop, 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 pop. And it lasted for a long time. Like they said, over 20 bullets were put into that vehicle. This strip club is known for hosting some of the biggest names in the industry. The strip club is known for hosting some of the biggest prominent people go to this place. It is put out there that she was rubbing elbows with people who were very powerful. This is what the end story is. Don't say it's factual. Say the streets are talking, and this is what they're saying. She was with somebody who is a prominent individual who has a lot to lose, who didn't want their relationship to go public, and who would not settle for being bribed. So it's one of them things that, well, you're going to keep taking me shopping and keep paying my stuff and keep giving me money and all that, or I'm going to send this video to your wife. I'm going to walk up and talk to her in the grocery store and let her know everything that's happening. It was one of those kind of situations. I, disclaimer, have no way of proving if this is true or if it's just what they're saying, but that's what is being said. I don't know if the person is a politician, but they said that she is linked to powerful men, politicians, music executives, these kind of things, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, these kind of something. And look at how she was taken out. It was very polished. Very polished. Pull up, 20 shots directly at her. Whoever did this knew how to shoot very well, got their target, and they sent a double. So nobody is supposed to miss. And it was supposed to be done today. Whoever wanted her done, and she was done. Seeing? That's the end of her story, though. I went to her IG. I see a lot of people over there saying, there's people like Megan Thee Stallion, people like, if you name the big names, this is the place they go to in Atlanta. Allegedly. It is all allegedly. It is all the streets are saying. It is not factual. SouFLo is not saying it's factual. I have no way of proving it. I need to say that again. Look at the way she went out. I see people on her IG. Let me close it off by saying this morning. I see people on her IG saying, if this is the kind of videos you want to leave behind after you die, so your family could watch them and be ashamed and all this. Listen, death don't have no shame. You live your life, you live your life. When you gone, what is left is what is left. Whoever want to feel shame or death for them business, that to feel shame, right? She wasn't raping no kids. She was in a club that requires you to be an adult, 21 or older to get in. So it was in a controlled environment and she was doing her thing. Or it looks like she also hosts at home because she has stripper pole in our kitchen or in our living room. And she does OnlyFans. So what you think, right? Still doesn't deserve what she got. Be careful out there. Watch how you're living your life. Oh, what tangled web we weave. You finish that. With that said, I send my condolences out to our family because, if the Maganis are any other one of our type of people, them you don't know, hit different kind of way. I'll leave it there. Hope somebody learned from this, though, and make some adjustments before you'll be the next one. Yeah. With that said, it's beautiful outside. Go enjoy your weekend. Spend quality time with quality people. Big up yourself. Walk good. And I'll catch you all on another video if God spare my life. All right? One love. I'm out. Peace.